Hello, welcome back. Let's play Final Fantasy 7. Today we're going to be fighting Ruby Weapon. He's a very powerful super boss. He was originally only in the English version, and that's that. Alright. This is the episode where I'm going to review Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 is honestly a really good game. It definitely depicts of life and death, and moving on. It handles quite a bit of themes. Sometimes it can get a little convoluted, I'll admit, as they try to do so much at once. Final Fantasy 7 is a game I love, and I've always liked. And that's that. I love the music. Graphics have definitely aged bad. Combat's fine, it's fun. I like the combat. Music is some of my favorite in the series. And even though it was my first Final Fantasy, it's not my favorite one. The story can be convoluted at a few points, but I like it, and I like the messages it gives in the original game. I'm talking about the original here. And, well, honestly, I'm probably gonna give it a 9. A 9 out of 10. Yeah, I believe that's what I gave it. So I did actually keep the review scores for the games I played. Yeah, give me a second. Well, actually I gave it an 8.5, but I'm gonna give it a 9. Honestly. .9 out of 10. It's just so replayable. I can always play it again and again and again. I know I gave 10 a little bit less, but it might be a bit of nostalgia talking with 7. I don't know, I typically go between 8.5 and 9. Quite often with 7. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Of the cast, I really like the story of finding himself. He's not depressed for no reason. He has a reason. He has PTSD. Which Advert Children kinda changes to make him have to go through character development. I'm not a fan of the compilations, and I'm not a fan of the remakes. Personally, if I'm gonna play 7, I'm probably just gonna play the original. I'm not touching the remakes, I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess if I think objectively, with the graphics aging kinda bad, and there is some convoluted parts of the story, I guess I will do 8.5, to be honest. If I'm going objectively. That's my overall score for the original Final Fantasy 7. It is really fun. That's pretty much that. I guess I can go over the characters. Which ones I like from my least to my favorite. My least favorite's probably Kate Seth. I get the point of this character is kind of annoying. Then probably Vincent. I don't know. Vincent's kind of just meh. Then I would say Red 13. I like him, but once he's done, he's kind of done. He needs a few points. I love his stuff at Cosmic Canyon. Then probably Yuffie. You know I used her a lot. I would put her on the lower end. She can be a little annoying and grating at times. And a little rude. Then I would have to say... Oh, yeah, I died there. Yeah, very funny. Okay. See what I mean? Next is honestly probably Sid. If I had to be honest. I like him, but he can be a little out there. He can be funny, but a little out there. But I do like his dialogue. He can be funny at times. Be a bit of a hard ass. Next would probably be Barrett. I actually like Barrett. Barrett has definitely grown on me over the years. I really like him. His character. He's fun. Yeah, I guess he is a stereotype. Sure, I guess, but... I like his story, and I think he is a good character. He's fun. I like him. And he's not one-dimensional. Barrett has quite a bit of character, and some development too. Next is probably... I'm gonna say Aerith. I love her story, you know what she does. Yes, she's a plot device. That's completely true. But I enjoyed her character, and how much she loved life. And I love her spunky attitude. She kind of turns the innocent, pure maiden healer on its head, and it's a spunky one. Well, Tifa is what you think would be a spunky one, but it's actually more of the pure maiden archetype. I like Aerith in the original. Don't really care for much of the remakes, but at least in the original, she's number 3. My second favorite is actually Cloud. Over the years, there was time I didn't like him. In fact, I didn't like 7 at all. At one point, I actually hated 7. It was the fan base turning me off of it. It's similar to my story of Final Fantasy 6. However, I got over that and grew up. Same with Cloud. He's more than... He's really interesting. That's a nice story. He thinks he's a hero, but he's not. He has to grow to be a hero by the end. He goes for a lot. I like his story. I'm not going to go for all of it. If you watch the game, you know Cloud's story. He's number 2. Which leaves one more person to my number 1 favorite in 7. And that is the very catalyst of the entire plot. Tifa. I love her to death. I'm still mad at Square for censoring her in a remake. I mean, I don't know. Although in Walmart she's like that, it wasn't too bad. I mean, but it makes sense at least, I guess. Angel Fighter, it makes sense for a sports brawl, I guess, but whatever. I like Tifa. I like her character. It's pretty much for the characters. One thing though I'm kind of sad is I really don't like how the director and producer, the directors have treated the original game of late. So I'm kind of a little peeved. Mura said that was pretty mad that people like the original game. It's like, oh no, you should like the new stuff. Bitch, make good new stuff. And then maybe we'll like the new stuff. How about that? That's all I have to say on him. And as for Katase, well, apparently he hates the original. I was completely embarrassed by it. So, okay. Yeah, there's a few sketchy things, I'll admit, in the original, sure. But they're not that much. Whatever. I don't have very much faith in remakes. It's not Muraro Katase, it's the ethics department being weird. Like, I'm not saying it's all good. Like, I get some stuff being changed. Like, the whole entire hot tub thing in Walmart, I get changing that. I understand. And I also understand making Barrett a little less of a stereotype. And I also understand that Sid will probably need to be changed, because he's a bit out there. I get that. I get those things. I understand. It's just some of the other stuff, man. Unless they just stop ever talking about the original, or try to make it fade to obscurity, it won't be forgotten. People that like the original will keep loving the original. It's not going anywhere. But I have zero faith in the remakes. That's just how I feel. That's my opinion. If you disagree, then disagree. It's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinion here. But some people just can't accept things that others can. But that's enough of that. I don't want to just rant about remakes. The remakes. There are things I liked about them, though. So don't get that twisted. There are things I did like in remake. And also, what I meant with that comment on Era, I hated the Whisperers. And let's destroy Fate. Basically, the Whisperers kind of acted like the fans. And Aerith was like the director. It was like, we need to destroy. We need to do things our own way. And instead of making our own, reimagining or our own other game and make it even better than this game ever was, let's just dunk on the original. Just sad. Because Aerith clearly is from the future in a remake. I'm guessing her and Sephiroth both jumped in a time machine and just both went back in time to change the past. That's my theory of what's going to happen. Aerith's going to live. Which, I don't mind her living, but... But she clearly knows everything, especially with her comment of knowing Cloud's a mercenary and don't fall in love with her. And Sephiroth is not gonna let her die, because if he does, his plan is toast. And he wants his plan to succeed. Which I also wasn't a fan of him showing up all the time. I like how obscure and ominous he was in this game, instead of Sephiroth being around every few seconds. That kinda ruined him. Which he was already an edgelord, but come on. Yeah, and our reward for Ruby Weapon is a chocobo. Golden chocobo. Cool, but useless to us, because we already have a golden chocobo. Our trusty noble steed outside of town. But let me show you my setup for the final dungeon, which is what we're going to be doing next time. Yeah, the final episode will be next time. And I just wanted to get that stuff out of the way. The review, and maybe just a little bit of a rant, I guess. I'm sorry about that. I typically try to be positive. Next episode's gonna be positive. Okay? So, the game gets an 8 out of 5. Or, no, 8.5 out of 10. Man, yeah, you cloud all the master stuff, because why not? Honestly, I feel kind of bad. Seven is definitely overrated. 100%. But, and even them constantly milking 7, I've kind of felt it in recent years. I love 7, but even I've been like, it's getting a little annoying. One thing's for sure, I don't think I want them to remake 6. That's my favorite. And I'm really scared of them remaking 9 and 10. Making a 10-3. Because if you've seen 10-3 Will, that was atrocious. In 9, I'm concerned for poor 9, honestly. Because I love 9 as well. I don't think there's any hope for 7. I mean, we'll always have the original, but I just also hope they don't touch 6. And that's the end of it. Next time, we're going to be a lot more positive. We're going to finish the game. We're going to have a good time. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. After this scene, I'm going to end this part and see you next time. We finally go into Northern Crater and finish this game permanently. I will say, last note, despite the critiques, like it or hate it, I hope you had fun watching this game. Hell, if you like the remakes, like them, okay? Love them. Because clearly you can see something I can't, and I'm happy for you. And these episodes are just getting smaller and smaller, shorter and shorter. Man. Oh, we're at 13. I think he's fine. He acted as if he was gonna die, but he's not. Take care, blueberries, or should I say chocobos? And we got his last for 9. Take care, loves.